You know, we talk a lot about courage and vulnerability, but some of the bravest people I know are those who have stared down the barrel of betrayal. When someone we trust deeply violates that trust, it can feel like the ground beneath us has crumbled. This is the stark reality of post-betrayal syndrome. If you've experienced this kind of pain, please know that you're not alone. Healing is possible. It takes courage, compassion, and often professional guidance. But it is possible to move through the pain and reclaim your life. Betrayal can shatter our faith in others, making it feel impossible to trust again. We might find ourselves questioning everyone's motives, second-guessing their intentions, and struggling to believe that anyone can be trusted. The pain of betrayal whispers doubts in our ears, making us wary of opening our hearts again. But here's the thing about trust. It's not just about others, it's also about rebuilding trust within ourselves. It's about learning to listen to our intuition, to set healthy boundaries, and to recognize the red flags that we might have missed before. Rebuilding trust is a gradual process, like carefully tending to a delicate flower. It takes time, patience, and a willingness to be vulnerable again. Remember, healing from betrayal is not about forgetting. It's about learning to trust again, in ourselves and in the possibility of genuine connection. In the aftermath of betrayal, it's common to feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. One moment you might be engulfed in sadness, and the next you're overwhelmed by anger or anxiety. These intense and often unpredictable emotions are a normal part of the healing process. Your body is trying to process the trauma of betrayal, and these emotional swings are a testament to the depth of your pain. It's important to allow yourself to feel these emotions fully, without judgment or self-criticism. Instead, try to approach your emotions with curiosity and compassion. Be kind to yourself throughout this journey and know that it's okay to reach out for support when you need it. One of the most insidious aspects of post-betrayal syndrome is the experience of intrusive thoughts. These are unwanted and often distressing thoughts, images, or flashbacks related to the betrayal that pop into your mind uninvited. You might find yourself reliving the moment of discovery, questioning everything that led up to it, or obsessing over what you could have done differently. These intrusive thoughts can be incredibly disruptive, making it difficult to focus on work, engage in relationships, or find peace of mind. It's important to remember that these thoughts are not your fault. They are a normal response to trauma, and they do not define you. One of the most effective ways to cope with intrusive thoughts is to practice mindfulness. Remember, you are not alone in this, and there are ways to manage these intrusive thoughts and reclaim your peace of mind. After a betrayal, it's common to experience a heightened sense of alertness, a feeling of constantly being on guard for potential threats. This state of hypervigilance can make you feel like danger is lurking around every corner, even in seemingly safe environments. This hypervigilance is your body's way of protecting you from further hurt. But it can also be, well, exhausting and isolating. The constant state of alertness can drain your energy and make it hard to connect with others. You might find yourself scrutinizing your loved one's words and actions, looking for any sign of deception or disloyalty. This can lead to misunderstandings and strain relationships, as your trust in others diminishes. Everyday interactions can feel fraught with suspicion, making it difficult to relax and enjoy life. Simple social engagements can become sources of anxiety, preventing you from fully engaging with the world around you. Healing from hypervigilance requires learning to regulate your nervous system and to cultivate a sense of safety and security within yourself. This process involves patience and self-compassion as you work towards recovery. This can involve practicing grounding techniques such as deep breathing or sensory exercises to help calm your nervous system and bring you back to the present moment. These practices can help you feel more centered and in control. It's also crucial to challenge the negative thought patterns that contribute to hypervigilance. Replacing these thoughts with positive affirmations can gradually shift your mindset towards a more trusting and relaxed state. Focus on building healthy, supportive relationships. Surrounding yourself with understanding and empathetic individuals can provide the emotional support needed to overcome hypervigilance and rebuild trust. Betrayal is not just an emotional experience, it can deeply affect our entire being. It also takes a significant toll on our physical well-being, often in ways we might not immediately recognize. The stress and trauma of betrayal can manifest in a variety of physical symptoms, making it hard to function normally. These symptoms can include headaches, stomach aches, fatigue, insomnia, changes in appetite, muscle tension, or even a weakened immune system. These physical symptoms serve as a stark reminder that our minds and bodies are interconnected, and that emotional pain can have a very real and tangible impact on our physical health. It's essential to listen to your body and recognize these signals as calls for attention and care. Prioritizing self-care during this time is crucial for healing and recovery. This might involve engaging in regular exercise, eating nourishing foods, getting enough sleep, and practicing relaxation techniques like yoga or meditation. Sometimes the physical symptoms of betrayal can be a sign of a more serious underlying condition, such as anxiety or depression, which requires more focused attention. If you're experiencing persistent or debilitating physical symptoms, it's important to take them seriously. Reaching out to a healthcare professional for a proper diagnosis and treatment plan is essential for your well-being. They can help you understand the connection between your emotional and physical health and guide you towards effective treatments. By taking care of your body through these practices, you're also nurturing your mind and spirit, paving the way for holistic healing and overall well-being. In the aftermath of betrayal, it's common to grapple with feelings of self-doubt and self-blame. You might find yourself replaying the events leading up to the betrayal, questioning your judgment, your instincts, or even your worthiness of love and trust. The betrayal can chip away at your self-esteem, leaving you feeling broken, inadequate, or unworthy of genuine connection. It's important to remember that betrayal is never your fault. The responsibility for the betrayal lies solely with the person who broke your trust. Instead of dwelling on self-blame, try to focus on self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a dear friend going through a similar experience. Remind yourself of your strengths, your resilience, and your capacity for healing. When the pain of betrayal feels overwhelming, it's natural to want to withdraw from the world and isolate yourself from others. You might feel like you can't trust anyone or that no one could possibly understand what you're going through. Isolation can feel like a safe haven, a way to protect yourself from further hurt. However, prolonged isolation can actually hinder the healing process. Human beings are social creatures wired for connection. It's important to resist the urge to isolate yourself completely. Instead, try to connect with trusted friends, family members, or a therapist who can offer a listening ear, validation, and support. Remember, healing from betrayal is not a solitary journey. Trauma has a way of etching itself into our memories, and betrayal is no exception. In the aftermath of a betrayal, you might experience vivid flashbacks, nightmares, or intrusive thoughts that transport you back to the moment of discovery or to other painful memories associated with the betrayal. These flashbacks can be incredibly distressing, making you feel as though you're reliving the trauma over and over again. It's important to remember that flashbacks are a normal response to trauma. They are your brain's way of trying to process the experience and to make sense of what happened. If you're struggling with flashbacks, it's essential to seek professional help from a therapist who specializes in trauma-informed care. They can teach you coping mechanisms to manage the flashbacks, such as grounding techniques, relaxation exercises, and cognitive reframing. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Betrayal often ignites a firestorm of emotions, and anger is a natural and valid response to the injustice of it all. You might feel angry at the person who betrayed you, at yourself for not seeing it coming, at the situation, or even at the world in general. This anger can be all-consuming, making it difficult to think clearly or to move forward. It's essential to allow yourself to feel your anger without judgment. Find healthy outlets for your anger, such as journaling, exercising, or talking to a therapist. However, it's also important to remember that holding on to anger and resentment for too long can be detrimental to your well-being. As you work through your anger, try to cultivate forgiveness, not for the other person, but for yourself. Forgiveness is about releasing the grip that the anger and resentment have on you. Moving on from betrayal is not a simple flick of a switch. It's a journey that unfolds over time, often in unexpected ways. It's a process of grieving the loss of the relationship as you thought it was, and coming to terms with a new reality. It's about rebuilding your sense of self, piece by piece, and of learning to trust again, both in others and in yourself. You might find yourself struggling to let go of the past, clinging to memories, replaying the events in your mind over and over, or holding on to anger and resentment, which can be exhausting. One of the keys to moving on is to shift your focus from the past to the present moment, embracing the now. Engage in activities that bring you joy, nurture your passions, and help you rediscover yourself, and connect with people who make you feel loved and supported, who lift you up. It's also essential to practice self-compassion throughout this process, being kind to yourself. Moving on doesn't mean forgetting about the betrayal. It means acknowledging it and choosing to no longer let it define you or your future. It's about reclaiming your power, your voice, and your sense of self-worth, and your capacity for love and connection, which is always within you. If you're navigating the aftermath of betrayal, know this: you are not alone. Your pain is real, your feelings are valid, and your journey to healing is sacred. Remember to be kind to yourself, to seek support when you need it, and to celebrate the strength and resilience you've shown in the face of adversity. If this video has resonated with you, please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation and support each other on the path to healing and wholeness.